In the last few videos, I've talked a lot about structure. Let me give you a real life example that happened when someone failed to have structure. They were talking to a prospect. They know their stuff. Yet, they went into that meeting without a clear plan of what they wanted to share, and more specifically, a clear plan about what they wanted to ask. So, what happened? They rambled. They shared way too much detailed information. And instead of asking the client questions and digging deeper into what they wanted and what they needed, they just piled information upon information, detail upon detail, overwhelming the prospect. And they didn't get the deal. Here's why structure can help you build a foundation to create a very succinct presentation. And structure includes asking questions. Now, you've heard me share my 3-step process: hook, core point, call to action. In your core point, think about what kind of questions you can ask to engage the individual. Now, if this isn't one-on-one meeting or one-to-one meeting, maybe it's a little easier. Yet if it's a crowd of people, let's just pretend you're going to give a presentation to a buying committee. Well, you can have some questions that they can answer, or these questions can be rhetorical. But what questions do is get our brain processing. They get our brain thinking. So we're engaged in a way that's different. When you're simply sharing information without engaging your client in a question or your audience with a question, people tune out. Our brains are so busy. And you've probably heard the statistic that says we think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of processing. We also know most of those thoughts are repetitive. So when you introduce a question, it can take your audience and lead them down a path that you want to lead them. So when you think about this idea of hook, core point, and call to action, think about questions that drive your audience where you want them to go. I would love to hear from you and share your questions, share the questions you ask, the questions you've made up. What is your hook, core point, and call to action in your next presentation? Share that information in the comments below. And of course, if you know someone that could use this video, please feel free to share that. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel so you get updates every week.